to socially engineer you into the lowest level of a real-life monopoly game. You've been sold into it. You have no substantive leadership. The leadership you got right now is totally committed to what they set up under the benign neglect policy, which means let's fabricate all these other groups to take away the benefits that black folks should be getting. Let's give it to them. We'll fabricate new groups and call them fabricated classes. We'll now come up with things called minorities, poor folk, people of color, diversity, multicultural, and gays. Those are fabricated classes. Now, I wrote the first affirmative action plan in 1970 for the state of Florida. When I was over education for the state, I did not write it for minorities. I didn't write it for gays and humpbacks and lesbians and midgets. I wrote it for black folk. In the history of this nation, they have given up over 1 billion acres of land to whites. Free. And that not only did they get the free land, but the free land and double and triple in value every 20 years. That's why they got all the wealth. And on that land, all the gold, silver, chrome, bauxite, magnesium, and timber increased in value. And out of that 1 billion acres of land. And by the same token, they denied giving black folk 40 acres. Forget civil rights. Go back and correct the conditions that you impose on black folk. You cannot deprive a group of people for 500 years of the fruits of their labor with no money, no value, no land, no history, nothing. And they say, go out and compete. Compete with what? And so I tell all my civil rights leaders, you are foolish with the things you keep pushing. Why do you keep telling black folk to go out and fight for equality and equal opportunity? I don't give a damn about no equality, equal opportunity. And here we are, and we buy the garbage every time because we don't understand the issues. Now, so for us, unemployment is the same as it was back during slavery. Why? When I looked at the records, I found out back in those days that in major cities like Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Philadelphia.
Peace, love, and reparations. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. I'm sorry, family. I've been out for a while. My laptop's been down. Shit been working, a whole bunch of stuff, man. So I'm glad to be back. I want to talk about a couple topics because when I did want to talk about it, my laptop was there. I couldn't get on. But I want to talk about Dr. Umar just a little teeny bit because I only want to bring him into this because I want to speak on lineage-based reparations versus race-based reparations, as well as tangibles versus symbolism. So here we go. I like how shout out to brother Marcel, our brother Greg Marcel Dixon. Make sure y'all support him and donate to his campaign. But he did a very good job at first interviewing Dr. Umar, but also after the interview, Dr. Umar, and I did a video on that too as well, but after the interview, Dr. Umar had said something about race-based reparations and lineage-based reparations was going to, be our downfall or whatever, but Marcel addressed them, but I wanted to address something as well. So, because he also said something about like race-based reparations is good for the entire Black group as a whole, like Africans, Caribbeans, us as a whole, right? And that's the way we should do reparations. But truly, that's not how reparations has ever been done in the United States. And we have to go after the people who harmed us. We can't be going after France and everybody else. Well, we sort of can, but we've got to go after the main people, which is the U.S. government, the federal government at that. But I want to read something from Clarence Thomas before I get into this real quick. So this was an article. Watch this. And it says, in 1866, the Freedmen's Bureau Act then expanded upon prior laws authorizing the Bureau to care for all loyal refugees and freedmen. Importantly, however, the acts implied to freedmen and refugees a formerly race-neutral category, not blacks writ large, which means not all blacks. And because not all blacks in the United States were former slaves, freedmen was decidedly under-inclusive proxy for race. Now, this was Clarence Thomas in a a broken clock is right 2 times a day, right? We don't really rock with Clarence Thomas. But again, and watch this. This is another reason, and I'm going to show you another proof right now. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the language grant program for the Native Americans. And as you can see, right, each one, you have the Delaware Nation, Chickasaw Nation, you have the Arctic Slope Community Foundation, that's in Barrow, Alaska. You see what I'm saying? That's not race-based. They don't all get the same money, and you can see all the money is different. Each tribe gets a different, nigga, everything ain't the same. Reparations is not race-based, it's lineage-based. Hold on, family. And this is another thing I want to get into as far as, again, the tangibles versus symbolism. So I'm going to actually play the video, right? A video real quick. Hold on. That's another thing. My laptop is down, so I'm actually using a friend of mine's, a tablet, and I can't share my screen. So I have to actually show y'all the videos.
Just line up for processing. Today, my name is Crystal Pacos San Augustine. I'm the press secretary for the Office of the Governor of Guam. It's another great day for our greatest generation. We are distributing over 300 checks for our adjudicated war claimants. This is us seeing the checks that are coming to pick up the checks already. These are the same manampu that came through our doors in the last few weeks. They brought their adjudicated claim letters. Basically, those are the letters that say you're entitled to this amount of money. Again, they were reviewed by the Foreign Claims Settlement Commission. This is made possible through the local program. So today you're seeing our manampu coming in. They're presenting their ID, saying their social security number, and then picking up their checks. It's that easy again. This is made possible through the local program. What's happening is that these manampu, again, they came through our doors earlier this week or last week when we opened here at the Hakpitan building. They showed us their letters. We were able to send their documents to DC, to U.S. Treasury. They were verified, they cleared. We were able to cut the checks here at the Department of Administration. So these are hot off the press, and we're very excited for our manampu, our greatest generation. Again, they've been waiting almost 76 years.
It was hot off the press, right? They was hot off the press at the United States Treasury. So we giving out checks to people, that's tangibles, right? But what they're giving us, what the Democrats is giving us, you know what the Democrats is giving us? The Democrats is giving us the Emmett Till statue and all of this other stuff. And we got Juneteenth as a holiday, Ketanji Brown Jackson as the Supreme Court. We get Kamala Harris as vice president. That's what we get. We get symbolism, right? But this right here is checks. Like, these people are actually going in there getting checks. Hold on, family. I got it. Those are actual checks. Those are actual checks on the table. We don't want to hear it. There wasn't no study done for that. That was 75 years ago. And some of those people in the line, as you can see, were younger than 75 years old. So at the end of the day, we either getting tangibles. They done gave Ukraine over $113 billion. 113, but that's not even our fight. Like, yo, nah, fam, we need tangibles or nothing, right? We need tangibles or nothing. We can't do symbolism. Now, when Carol Bryant was alive, nobody went to go get after her. And what I've noticed is that none of the bootlicks, like, what's his name? Roland Martin and just, them Democratic shills. None of the Democratic shills ever speak on these tangibles. They never speak on the tangibles. They never get on these people who are trying to throw up reparations under the table. You feel what I'm saying? Throw us under the bus for the reparations. Like, they never get on any of these people. Family, we have to change the game this election, which we are, because they got, listen, they got our brother Ice Cube, and I shout out to Ice Cube, shout out to Rizza Islam, who actually called out DL Hughley. And this is what we need to do. We need to call out these bootlicks. I'm talking about call them out. Yo, put them smooth on blast. Yo, for real, because that's the only way this stuff is going to stop. And we got to keep it going, dog. We can't like just put them on blast one time and then let them. Every time they doing some sucker shit and selling us out and throwing us under the bus, yo, we have to check it. We have to G-check it, right? That's why I'm proud of Ice Cube, and we have to support him because he going around throwing the gatekeepers under the bus. Yes. And that's what we have to do, right? Because at the end of the day, we have to stay codified to be able to get this reparations thing off. Reparations is the hottest topic, right? Everybody is mad at foundational Black Americans because we want to delineate, and you see it in everything. Somebody gave, and it's so funny, it's a little bit off topic, but somebody was talking the other day about how like Busta Rhymes and all of them, all those rappers from the 90s, like a lot of those rappers from the 90s are now all of a sudden talking about Jamaica, Spanish, Puerto Rican. Like y'all wasn't claiming none of that. Fat Joe, you wasn't claiming none of that whole Spanish stuff. You wasn't doing any of that. Spanish people, started hip hop. Busta Rhymes wasn't saying any of that about Jamaica and none of that. Like none of that. When I was growing up listening to Woo Ha, Got You All in Check and all of that, and It's a Party with Janae, like you wasn't talking none of this stuff. And I feel like a lot of that is, being pushed right now because foundational Black American freedmen, we are trying to delineate from everybody. We don't care who you are. If you're not FBA, if you're not even half FBA, we ain't messing with you, dog. You at least got to be half FBA. Other than that, man, listen. And it's only on a political level. We're not delineating on any other type of situation, right? We love everybody at the end of the day. For the most part, we love people who love us. We don't love our enemies. We love people who love us. And listen, if on a political level, and on a political realm, especially when it comes to reparations and anything political, we don't want to mess with nobody. That's why we're so happy that affirmative action actually got shut down, especially on the college thing, but we needed to get shut down on every level, because at the end of the day, if it's not affirmative action, then we want it lineage-based, because we all know that white women was the majority of the people who benefited from affirmative action. White people, gay, white men, anybody gay, you get what I'm saying? So it's like Black people getting 2% of any resources that come from that whole minority. And you heard Dr. Claude Anderson in the beginning. But yeah, family, listen, it's always lineage-based. Race-based is actually illegal. On a legal level of getting reparations, which we need on a federal level, right? This is why, hold on, family. I knew something else I was forgetting. We need it on a federal level, and they know that. They know that. Watch this. Some governor in Texas passed a law, right? A state law, though, right? It says to prohibit the United States, I think it's a state law. It says to prohibit the United States government from providing bailouts or other financial assistance to any state or local government that enacts any law providing reparations for slavery and for other purposes. And that for other purposes is deep at the end. They always slide some slick shit in there with the language. Listen to this again, family. To prohibit, this is HR 4321. HR 4321. To prohibit, and I don't think this is a state law either, to prohibit the United States government from providing bailouts or other financial assistance to any state or local government that enacts any law providing reparations for slavery or any other purpose. Any other purpose is outside of slavery. So that means financial assistance for any other purpose, the federal government should step in. That can be food stamps. That can be housing. Yo, this is deep. This is deep. But again, you only come up with HR 4321 because the movement is rocking. The movement is rocking. And anybody who says reparations isn't coming is a fucking hater. Real talk. They a hater, fam. You can't tell me motherfuckers enacting laws like this because it ain't close. Yeah, the white man scared as hell, and he know that that's illegal. You can't do it. You can't do that. That's why the law ain't passed yet, and it can be overturned or overruled. That shit, that don't even mean nothing. But that's why we need federal, United States government for providing bailouts. Yo, listen, they know that we need it from the federal government. They know that we need it from the federal government. We will take any state issued reparations if they want to give it. But reparations, true reparations, a true payback is federal. You know why? Because all of us don't live in the same state. And reparations is to benefit the whole group. I'm talking about from the person that was born today to the person that's about to die tomorrow. You hear me? Everybody from the 99 to 100, I don't care how old they are, person that's going to die tomorrow, reparations is supposed to help the whole goddamn group. Not some, not 90%, not 85%, nigga, the whole group. And we mean the whole group as the lineage, the people that were slaves in America that was emancipated by the federal government. There you go. There you go. Peace, love, and reparations, family. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like that button, that share button. Hit the Cash App and everything else. Make sure you follow me on everything, man. We on Anchor, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. I love y'all, family. I appreciate all the love and the support, man. If you've been supporting me, man, listen, hit me up in that comment section. We out of here.